When people send me coins for grading, they sometimes put things like bars of chocolate in, and it's always nice to get little presents. But this time I got something much more unusual, and big thank you to the person who sent this in, from Betty and Butch, the dog food store and deli. If you want to get in contact with them, here's their information. But they know that I've got a very beautiful Labradoodle called Noodle, and they sent through some of these lovely things from their store. So the turkey dinner, which looks very appetizing, and Butch's boredom bag. And inside Butch's boredom bag is a whole load of interesting dried stuff. I can't describe this bag really. It looks like kind of real things from animals which are dehydrated and stuff in some way. So presumably a very large chicken foot or a turkey foot. Hey YouTube, put the vision of the turkey foot aside for one moment and cast your minds back to 1953 to the coronation. And my mum was there actually, and she described it to me. But one of the things that was available for the coronation year was a special coronation year coin set, which came in a kind of rather plush, kind of velour-y, kind of old-fashioned case. And there's a lot of these around. They're still pretty easy to find. They're not too expensive. Some people are now reaching out and having these coins graded, and certainly some of these coins are very worth grading. They're still in brilliant condition, and this particular coin set was graded because the coins were generally so nice. This one, for example, got a 67 with a half crown, and you can see it's got a cameo on it as well. And coins with cameo are particularly worth watching out for in this particular set, because a lot of the coins don't have cameos in this era. You quite often got cameos when the new die was used for the first time and the frosting was still kind of there, but then over the run of the die the cameo just disappeared, and quite often coins have got no cameo at all back in 1953. So it's kind of a little bit unusual to have cameo, and very nice when you find a set with cameo, and it can be worth grading. This one got a 66 plus for the shilling. There are actually I think 2 shillings in this set, one with the English crest and one with the Scottish crest, and you can see the one has got kind of lions, lions rampant. I presume that's that one, with one lion kind of on its back legs, and this one has 3 lions kind of lying down. Somebody could actually probably know the history of those different lions for England and Scotland. It might be quite interesting looking into that in a separate video of that bit of heraldry. A sixpence, also cameo, but this one got a 68, which must be one of the best graded sixpences in 1953 of all time. Very good set. This set, incidentally, is for sale by the person who got it graded, Regal Stacker. So if you want to approach Regal Stacker directly, he's got a YouTube channel called Regal Stacker, and he's now been sent this set back, so he's got it available for sale if anybody wants a really good graded 1953 set. 66 RD. RD stands for red on the copper penny. Very nice. Just every one of these coins did really well. It was a very good, very good set. Even, what's that, the halfpence got a 66 RD. So if you are after one of these sets, then let Mr. Regal Stacker know, or if you want to ask me, numismatic@gmail.com. I'm happy to pass a message on to Regal if you can't get hold of him. But yeah, very nice, and thank you very much to Regal Stacker for letting me show this on the channel. It's a really nice thing to show, and it's the first one of these complete sets that I've sent to NGC for grading, and it did very, very well indeed. If you come across one of these sets and you want to have it graded, then by all means send it over to me and I'll get it graded the same as this one. So let's take a look at some other coins that came back, and this time, in fact, people have been saying, why don't you show many more numismatic coins? And so for those people who wanted a little break from modern coins, you just don't get better than this. George III, with his kind of, it's a real, I mean, the detail on that is absolutely amazing. So really, really lovely. And that, I mean, all of these graded really well. These coins were, I believe, in CGS holders, so they'd already been picked out for grading before they went into NGC holders. So they're not your average run-of-the-mill coins. Most of these George III coins grade fairly well, and there's quite a few of them at 63, 64. That's not that unusual. But these particular ones are very unusual because they are really the next level up, and there's only very, very, very few of these coins around in very high grades. So while it's not generally a rarity, these coins, these are a condition rarity because I mean, if these coins were American, they'd probably be worth 10 times the amount. And it is a little bit crazy, I find, the prices for American sort of rarities and condition rarities compared to Great Britain. I think that Great Britain still, prices are going up, but it's still an absolute bargain basement for rare coins. Probably even rarer than some of the American coins. I guess it's just there are so many American collectors, but I think that a lot of Americans are going to find that hunting for really, really rare British coins is actually a very worthwhile thing over the next 5 to 10 years. So yeah, I mean, each one of these coins is really nice. I think one of them had a variety that NGC didn't credit, because sometimes if it's not a catalogue variety in one of the main catalogues, NGC won't put a variety on it. But I mean, you can see generally these coins have done pretty spectacularly well. 1819, I mean, that is, to get a 66 in one of these 1819s, and 1819 is a slightly rarer than average year anyway, and it just looks like the day it was minted. It's amazing when you think how old this coin is. There's quite a few collectors of these coins in this particular era. It's actually my favourite era, from George III on to Victoria is my favourite era. Love this era. This one isn't in such good condition, but it's a very rare coin, and there's very few better than this. This one was put in with a variety attribution, but NGC didn't note it. I think it was an overdate or something like that. Even though the coin probably does have an overdate, NGC sometimes refuse to verify if it doesn't have an overdated catalogue number, so watch out for that. Big thanks to my sponsor, The Coin Connection. If you want coins that are really quality controlled and perfect, Coin Connection is the place to go, and there's 2% off with code JUNE. There's still a couple of days left to use the discount code for August, which is June. If you're viewing this video in September, then take a look at one of the more recent videos and you'll find the discount code for that particular month. Just wanted to show you guys some coins which came in, which I thought were particularly interesting for one reason or another. And that was a British Indian coin, which I thought was really nice. This one is a coin that I bought on one of the Facebook groups, and I bought it as a raw coin. I took a chance on it grading properly, because there's always a risk with raw coins when you buy them that they will go details for one reason or another. But actually this one did really, really well. 64 BN for brown, and that one joins my coppers collection, which is a kind of growing collection of pre-decimal coins, which I really like. This one is really interesting. It's a pretty unusual coin. It's a denomination called a Kutch. George VI coin in 66, really, really nice. This one was sent in. It was a coin that somebody had in the family for a number of years, and just a lot of these coins, even though this one was cleaned, this coin had sentimental value and is a pretty unusual and rare coin anyway. This is a coin that was bought by a collector at an auction in Europe. It's a Russian 5 kopecks coin, and you know, my family at some stage come from Russia, you know, in the era of the Tsars and the pogroms and all this kind of stuff, and it's a coin I was particularly interested in. It's a really heavy copper coin. They had a few of these to grade. It was interesting, some of them they put into deep ones and some of them they squeezed into single containers, single slabs. This one is a very, very nice coin, but you know, maybe spot the deliberate error on this coin if you can. George VI coin, it's a penny. It's got a Canadian label. Is that correct? A Canadian label? Well, I can't see the word Canada there anywhere, so maybe, and it does have actually Great Britain on the label, but they seem to have put a Canadian label on it. So a magnificent coin, but it is for some reason attributed to Canada via the Canadian label, which is a little bit of a mechanical error. This one actually has got a Canadian label for a reason, in that it is a Canadian coin. George VI, there's quite a few collectors for these George VI Canadian coins, and Canadian coins generally, older Canadian coins, before the mint started producing a million different modern varieties, most of which have fairly small value. So I really like those pre-decimal Canadian coins very much. Hope you liked the video, and if you're not already a subscriber, please do click the button and subscribe, and the little bell which gives you a notification when there is a brand new Numismatic video up. Lots more to come, and I hope you enjoy it.